Picture this. While Kenya's decade-old last-mile connectivity project has brought electricity to thousands of homes, over 60% of rural households still wait in darkness despite sitting beneath an extraordinary and tapped resource, the sun. On a continent holding 60% of global solar potential, yet harnessing just 1%, Kenya's grassroots solar revolution stands in stark contrast to national priorities, with solar accounting for merely 6.5% of installed capacity. As villages like Kitonyoni and Kalokol transform their futures with small solar panels that power everything from tailor shops to nighttime security against wildlife. Energy experts insist that unlocking Kenya's estimated 15 gigawatt solar potential demands bold policy shifts and sustained investment, raising the question: as the world embraces renewable energy, can Kenya finally turn its abundant sunshine into prosperity for all? Is Lilis Njeru Mutinda with that story on The Heartbeat.
The village center of Kitonyoni in Makueni County buzzes with life. Inside a modest shop, tailor William Dolo leans over his sewing machine, stitching the final threads of a cloth. Once done, he presses it with a heavy iron. The surprising part, the iron operates entirely on solar power. The entire town center is largely powered by solar power, thanks to a distribution network installed in 2012 after years of darkness.
Niko natumia makaa. Na makaa huwa na madhara yake sababu ina uchafu na inachukua muda mrefu kuiwakisha, na kuitumia pia naye ni risk sababu inaweza choma nguo.
For Ndolo and his community, the sun is a blessing.
Tumekuja kundua jua ni kitu muhimu sana, inaweza bandilika ifanye kazi mzuri kuliko vile tunafikiria.
Across remote villages, small solar panels and solar lamps have become a lifeline for communities living beyond the reach of the national electricity grid. For example, residents of Kalokol in Turkana County have never experienced the convenience of being connected to the national power grid or the comfort of lighting their homes with electricity.
This is Mr. Erot's home in Kalokol, Turkana. Like many homesteads here, they've never been connected to the electricity grid. For all their energy needs, they depend on this tiny solar panel.
Asubuhi ndio naweka hapa. Saa 11 ndio anatoa. Sasa kumeleka sasa nyumbani. Saa usiku. Kwa usiku ndio anatumia. Anatumia ndio natumia tu, yani ni moja tena. Ni moja mtu kuchika sana na wengine. Hakuna. Na kwa moja. Sasa itochi.
A new study published by the Global Solar Council predicts that Africa will see a 42% growth in new installations in 2025, with data from the World Bank showing that from 2020 to 2022, at least 55% of new connections in sub-Saharan Africa were off-grid solar connections. Despite the growing popularity of small-scale solar solutions among individuals, Kenya has yet to fully unlock the broader potential of solar energy. The National Energy Policy 2025 to 2034 reports that most of Kenya's energy was generated through hydropower, which contributed 30%, with geothermal contributing 29%. Thermal and wind contributed 18.7% and 13.4% respectively. Only 6.5% of the installed capacity was solar power.
This low percentage is not just a low number, it's a missed opportunity. Kenya, we receive around 4 to 6 kilowatts of solar irradiance per day. This is enough sunlight to support several gigawatts of solar capacity in this country. But here's the problem. Currently, we have around 220 megawatts of solar capacity installed. And when you look at a cost perspective, the levelized cost of energy, it's very cheap compared to thermal energy. When it comes to solar, we are looking at around 4 to 6 cents dollar terms for installation. So the main problems that we're facing right now that we really need to address to bring the percentage for solar up is mostly the grid integration delays because of the weak transmission lines. We have a lack of bankable power purchase agreements that is scaring away private investors from the country. And the taxes on solar panel importations and the batteries, despite their strategic importance, are quite high. And Kenya needs to look at the policies.
Energy Cabinet Secretary told NTV that solar is one of the technology that Kenya plans to exploit, taking advantage of its position at the equator to reach 100% clean energy by 2030. However, due to the intermittency of solar, the plan has balanced solar technology with other technologies like geothermal to ensure system security. Kenya, the CSAs, has prepared the renewable energy auction policy to call for bids for solar power plants to be connected to the national grid. The auction will assist in having a systematic development of solar power plants and will be able to discover a competitive price. Lilith Njero Mutinda, NTV.